I had really high hopes when I was young of making something of my life. And here I am doing a Doc Kennedy podcast.
So you've accomplished your dreams. Comedian investigates. Subject, Brandon Young. A stand-up comedian known to kill a room has a unique connection to someone who's literally killed.
I'll tell you, my mom helped me out a lot of different times when I was younger financially, so I'll leave it at that.
I've noticed that you use the word young quite a bit. Does that have to do with the name? Do you try to throw that in as much as possible so people remember you?
I don't. Maybe it is a subliminal message that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
But I, Brandon Young, did not know that I said Brandon Young or Young a lot. So
well, you didn't say it together. You're just saying Young. You know, like 2 weeks ago, I was young, or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And 2 weeks ago, I was younger 2 weeks ago. Is that old Mitch Hedberg joke? Every photo is a picture of you when you were younger.
Yeah. I immediately throw a question out there Brandon did not see coming. What was working with Gallagher like?
Gallagher.
So, let me set this up. For folks that don't know, Gallagher is the famous comedian who would take a sledgehammer to watermelon.
Yeah, he was the biggest comedian in the 80s. He and Andrew Dice Clay were probably the two biggest comics of the 80s. He had what, 10?
Oh yeah, he was huge.
Yeah. And but we actually did a non-smashing show because he had a smashing show and then a non-smashing show.
Oh, okay.
The smashing show was just too much work.
Yeah.
Like his writer, we had to build the table and make sure everything had bisqueen everywhere, and we're just tell your jokes, Gallagher. And he was doing his 10th retirement tour or something like that. So we actually have a contract stating Gallagher can never perform in San Diego ever again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he hasn't. But the guy needs to make money. He needs to make money. I'm not gonna say no. You can never perform here again.
We have the contract.
Yes, but it's kind of cool to say, hey, I prevented Gallagher from performing ever again. Anyway, it's idiot.
And some people would thank you.
Yeah.
Now it's time to ask about legitimate crimes. I took Henny Youngman's wife. Care to explain?
He said please, so I took her.
Take my wife, please.
He did say please.
Yes.
So you did him a favor.
Yeah, I was helping him out. He had asked politely, so I took his wife.
Henny Youngman's wife has been dead for years.
Oh, I took her.
And you took her. So what happened first?
There's no law against grave robbing.
What year was this?
It was probably when I was young.
Probably.
Get it? Because I said young again? You get it, Doc? You called it callback, Doc.
Well, yeah.
Callback.
As the investigation continued, I realized Brandon may indeed have the juice on O.J. Simpson. How did you meet Kato Kaelin?
I was doing a show up somewhere in Orange County, and Kato Kaelin was the host of the show.
Oh. What was your involvement in the O.J. Simpson trial?
I didn't have any involvement. I was not anywhere near California at the time, so I have an alibi. I can say that much.
Were you driving the white Bronco?
No, the people booking the show booked Kato Kaelin on a somewhat semi-regular basis. He'd probably be there every 3 to 6 months. But he just does his 10 minutes. He has some OJ jokes and, being America's house guest. People come just to see him. It was a sold-out show.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it was good. It was a good show. And he was good as far as comedy goes, surprisingly.
Okay.
You don't expect Kato Kaelin to be good.
You got some laughs?
Yeah, he got a lot of laughs. And, he did the jokes that you would expect him to do and did his job as a host, really good job as a host. And super cool to hang out with backstage.
I'm glad to hear he's not a hack.
Oh, boy. I got that joke, Doc.
Okay.
And,
yeah. It's a OJ stabbing murder joke.
Hey, he was acquitted, so technically he did not do it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that part.
According to a jury of his peers.
I always like Norm Macdonald saying,
Testimony during the final week provided some spellbinding moments. In a brilliant move during closing arguments, Simpson attorney Johnny Cochran put on the knit cap prosecutors say O.J. wore the night he committed the murders. Although O.J. may have hurt his case when he suddenly blurted out, hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat.
I opened with Kato and I were playing basketball before the show. And
oh, nice.
He killed it.
I bet.
He killed it.
He looks like he would.
He killed it.
Oh.
Kato, he killed it.
Now, are you trying to send a message here? What is it?
No, I am not.
Okay.
It's a bad joke.
Kato didn't
per usual.
Literally kill.
No, Kato did not. Kato is actually one of the, seriously, he's one of the nicest guys I've met in comedy.
Yeah, okay. Well, I hope he listens to this.
He's not going
to. Brandon. I'm jealous this dude can just go out to stores as is whenever he wants. #mask. Could you please explain?
Have you ever seen the 80s movie Mask, starring Eric Stoltz, and I think Cher was in it as well?
No. But I do know that this is based on a true story.
Yes.
And this young man passed away years ago.
Yes, but I'm not making fun of that guy. I'm making fun of this character.
But the character was a real person.
Well, I'm not making fun of that guy. He's been dead. I mean, I wouldn't take his wife. He didn't ask politely.
He didn't have a wife.
Yeah.
Did you watch the movie?
It's probably a movie I saw one time in 1987 or 88.
You went to the theater for that?
No, that probably came out. When did this movie come out? 84?
It was later. I don't know. At some point.
Anyway, it was probably a movie I saw one time on TV.
Okay.
And I remember, you're always going to remember that face. I didn't do the research.
Well, you see, what's just kind of disappointing is you could have done the same joke with Jim Carrey, you know?
That was too obvious. That's too obvious of a mask.
This one's hurtful.
I wanted to go more retro with this one.
Well, and obviously it really took off.
And you can tell I got one like.
No doubt Brandon knows talent when he sees it. There seems to be a lot of cool comics out of Nashville. Big ups to y'all Nashville-based comics. Keep doing good things. This was directed right at me.
No. This is more to Rick Roberts, Johnny W., Brian Bates, Dave Ragazzi.
Doc Kennedy?
No, other than you.
Other than me. All right, that's enough with Brandon. You can check him out at BrandonYoungComedy.com. And his Dry Bar special is live, but it's not live. How does that work? Well, apparently it's live on the website, but they haven't announced it, so they don't have a link to it, I guess, or something like that. Anyway, I have a link for you in the show notes. Just go to DocKennedyLive.com. That's the only place you need to go. I think that's the only website anyone ever needs to go to, and I'm not biased. I believe that's the greatest website ever created. Well, maybe a little biased. Anyway, I want to let you know also the video content here is exclusively now on Rumble. I am sick and tired of playing footsie with the enemies of free speech over at Google. So I said, bye-bye, Google. And now we are exclusively on Rumble, where you are free to say what you want about any subject you want. Let's say I just mentioned the word fraud. Well, I'm not going to get flagged by stinking YouTube now. But you know what? I think Brandon Young is a fraud. Well, I don't think that. You're a good man and a fine comic. All right, we're looking forward to the next episode when we dissect some brave soul like never before.